Is there anybody here that has not seen an IPA call? Okay, Kelsey, and Kelsey's brand spanking new, but she already sold 30 boxes like within a few days. Like, so I'm like, okay, you're coming with us. Like you're here with us. Okay, so that IPA call, Kelsey, just every day, and it's under the boards app under Zooms. So that's foundational. Monday night, you guys, Todd Rowland and them. Hey Michelle, welcome. We're so happy you're here with us. Monday night work from home. That is a great presentation if you guys want to include business builders on that or potential business builders, customers. Todd and Ashley Rowland normally do that call. So now the next thing is the posting at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Follow that social media strategy. Do not, please train your people. When you sign somebody up, get on and train them to post on boards and boost to Telegram like ASAP within 24 hours. Now, people stand back and they say, well, we don't have this and we don't have this and we need this and we need, no, we don't. We don't need anything right in this moment. We need them to post on Facebook and to boost to Telegram and start selling some boxes for themselves. Okay. So normally what I do is I teach them boost on Telegram, boost on Facebook, post on Facebook, boost on Telegram. And then I just role play with them on how to communicate with their potential customers, how to communicate with their people, get their shipping stuff set up so they can start getting their stuff shipped out. You know, they have to have things from Amazon. And what I've even had everybody start doing, you guys, is set a 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. alarm, get them on professional mode so they can schedule it. But that way they'll grab that link and put it on Telegram. Now, I even went a step further and said at 9:25 a.m. I have an alert set up to notify me so that I go back to that post and just comment back. Because if I've got 7 comments where all of you guys are like, I love the drops, blah, blah, blah. If I go back in there and comment 7 times, that's 14 comments within 30 minutes, getting those algorithms going. So how do we really get our algorithms going on Facebook? We post at 9 and 3, we boost it to Telegram. Boosting to Telegram means we're basically having a free service instead of paying Facebook $300 a week, right, to get things going for us. We have an internal team behind us. So the engagement is so important. What else we can do is we can go wish everybody happy birthday every day. Just type in birthdays and wish them happy birthday. Do 5 comments or more. Everybody, you need to comment on each other's post, 5 words or more. And then go and start looking at your friends' profiles. Like, you girls are freaking intuitive. Like, y'all are all wizards here. Wizard, I don't even know what all names we want to give you, but you're freaking powerhouses to be reckoned with. Go in there and comment to your friends. Like, go look at their page. Like, if you know she's a leader in, we'll use Stacy's in a company called Solex. If you know that they're really high up in Solex or they're just a massive networker, just start commenting a few things on their pages, and then they'll start seeing yours. So we've got birthdays, we've got comment on everybody else's posts, we've got do the 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. and then make sure you go back and comment every day on your stuff. Now, a lot of people say, well, what if we've sent people information and they haven't commented back? What I do is I go through Facebook Messenger, and if they haven't commented, like if it's just dead, right? It's a stalled sale. There is a text script in there for stalled sales, SALES. I will go and ping them with something else. I'll also make sure my messenger, it looks like the message is unread. So I've got in my mind, this is somebody that was interested, but I haven't closed it. And maybe every 3 or 4 days, I just kind of go, back to it. So I want to make sure that everybody, once they're sending messages and that they're training their team, let me share my screen to send the correct text messages. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I do is, when they have sent me a Venmo, I'm just going to send this stuff to myself. And this is how I track this all. Okay, they send me a Venmo and I send them a label. Okay, let's just say, let me go to shipping. Okay, here's my shipping. This is what's set up for you if you do the Bluetooth printer. Let's just say this is her shipping thing. Okay, so this is exactly how I do. I receive a Venmo from them. I go and I send them this link, right? So there they've got their shipping label and I can make sure I've closed the gap on mine. Then what I do right here is I send text scripts. See, it's very strategic. What is the price? Right under that, I say after purchase instructions. This gives them everything that they're going to do. Focus, take your weight. Here's an accountability, healthy food, healthy you. And it says, answer the 3 questions to be accepted. Here I may say, please answer 3 questions. And then I say, let me know as soon as your drops arrive. Okay. So then when they say, hey, I've got my drops, I say, okay, awesome. Now I'm going to go to customer gets their drops. And what I normally send here is 3 things, you guys. The directions on the drops. I send them either the Slenderized food list or this one down here. So I would clear directions on drops. And this is up to you guys. A lot of y'all have done like really cute little videos. Send them a video of how you take your drops. And then what I send them is I send them this 1-page thing. And I just say, save this to your phone because it's a way that save to your phone. We would say phone here. I don't want to take up too much time. You guys get the point. And then what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to say that there's the PDF for the meal plan. And what I would say here is we eliminate dairy in the weight loss phase. Please omit, and we could probably even add this script, you know what I mean, to this to make this easier so we don't have to do it. Please omit oats and ghee. Okay. Then I say, like, say it's Saturday. I say check in on Tuesday. And then what I'll do is I'll just put myself a note in my calendar to go back and say, okay, Tuesday, I'm just going to reach out and follow up, because this is the thing about it. Let me stop sharing. If you can, so many of us had such great results in 3 days, in 5 days. I know Amber's here. She runs a hair salon. She literally used to have to go take naps out in, her car. And now she doesn't. Stacy's here. In 24 hours, Stacy was like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm not having like night sweats and hot flashes. I didn't even know I was having them. So that is like week 1. And I know some of you guys, you're just slinging drops, right? These drops is like, oh my God, I've sold 50 drops. You're thinking, I'm not checking in. I'm not doing anything. But we're looking for a different solution. Like I'm trying to use SendHype to mass message all these. It's not a good solution. So we need an automated system. Some of you guys already have CRM. Is anybody using an effective tool? I know Jennifer is, and Jennifer can speak up to it. This really might be where we want to migrate to. Who feels like they're effective and efficient with following up with their customers weekly? Who feels like they got this code cracked? Feel free to unmute yourself.
I
Do y'all
do.
feel overwhelmed? Oh, Cheryl. And Cheryl was the director. She's real big in finance. Tell us what you do.
Well, I'm so old school. Okay.
Oh, Kevin's got it too. Okay, Kevin, what you got, girl?
Totally old school. So I just have a running list by hand of who my customers are that went out in each shipment. So it's one big, so I've got week 1 to, shipment 1, 2, 3, whatever. And then I've got columns next to each person that's in that shipment. So On June 30th, I shipped these 10. On July 2nd, I shipped these 10. And then out beside them, I just have columns, 4-day check-in, their main concern, their, what their issue is, weight, hormones, whatever. And so I just do it manually like that. And then I just keep an old school index card, alphabetical, with each client that I can just pull out, because I'm not going to stop and go to my Excel spreadsheet and dig through it all. I'm too old school for that. This is easier for me.
Okay, can I stop you right there, Kevin? This is all excellent. So are you like picking out a day of a week every week that you're like, okay, on Friday, I'm going to spend this amount of time. See, I kind of want it quick. Are you just going through and messaging? Okay, they're your week 1 people. They've transitioned over to week 2, for example. Are you just going through and do you pick a day a week? And I just want to make sure everybody is checking in weekly. Is that what you're doing?
I call people every day. So I block out times every day to call, because I don't have a
Ah,
huge block
good.
of time. So I block out times every day, or I just, I plan a week ahead because I work full time. So I know when I'm seeing patients, and then I've got my times blocked out for when I'm responding to customers that have already gotten drops. And then every day I call back people that have inquired about drops,
Okay.
That's the way I do it. It's really old school, but it works for me.
Well, I think too, it's so important with relationship building. Does anybody else have, so Kevin works full time. She's a naturopathic doctor. I know we got a lot of people here. Stacy's opening up a quantum wellness studio. She's a healer. She does AO scan, and now she does this. Do you have feedback, Stace, in terms of like, what do you feel like's being effective? Do you feel like there's a gap anywhere for you? What's your feedback so far? You only started, what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, I am just really impressed at all the systems you have set up already because I haven't experienced that anywhere else. So I just, in the very beginning was just selling the crap out of these boxes from the very get-go. And so really just trying to keep up with it. But I do keep a spreadsheet, and I just put the date that I follow up with everybody in there. And so that's just what I've been doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so far it's been good, but I'm always open to recommendations and suggestions for sure.
Hey,
Perfect.
Stacy, I have a question for Stacy.
Yeah.
So is your spreadsheet, are you doing this on the computer, or is that a manual spreadsheet?
Well, I just have a Google Doc that I just, when they order, I put their name, their address, their information, and then I just keep columns. And so I have the date that it's shipped out. And then I know that I need to follow up with them. And I just put the date in there every time I follow up with them. So that's how I've been doing it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Hey,
Yeah. And if
Susan,
there's anybody that feels like they have a good template, like,
Susan.
yeah.
we
Yeah.
have questions about shipping and struggling with that. So can I just jump into that real quick?
Sure. Yeah, of
Okay.
course. Go for it, Becky.
Ladies, we have in our boards, if you are willing to invest in a thermal printer, this is beautiful. It's fabulous. I've used it nonstop for 3 months. We have packaging. You could pick a different color if you like, doesn't really much matter. The box fits right into here. It's very easy. It's stable. It's sturdy. They have labels you can buy. Now, all of this is in your boards, direct links to Amazon. It's beautiful. It's a no-brainer. And then if you want any type of thank you cards, you want your own brand, whatever, go out. There is a suggestion in there that Susan has loaded in. Do that. And the specific questions in the chat were around the settings. In there, there's a document which tells you in Pirate Ship to put 6.5, 5.5, 1.75. Once you do it a couple times, that's a no-brainer. I went through and step by step listed out all of the steps, even to set up your thermal printer, Pirate Ship. So as long as you can find that in boards, you can read and press, read and press. Once you get that thermal printer set up, oh my God, your whole life will expand. It's a lot easier to ship it up. And then there's Pirate Ship, and then there's your actual app. This is all, Susan, do you want to show in boards where all this wealth of
Yeah, I'll
information
show
is?
where it is. And this is how much space it doesn't take up. There's the label maker. Here's all
It's
of my
tiny.
stuff. They're local. Here's my little thank you cards, and there's my stuff, literally. And there's my boxes of drops. It is that easy to do. And it's literally on your first page of team. You can go to boards. Your
Can
team.
you show them? Are you on your phone? Can you just show them?
Yep. Yep.
So ladies, just kind of lock this in your brain, whoever was asking about, because it can be overwhelming. Susan, just show right now how to go exactly to
Okay, babe.
all this
All right.
information.
So this is the boards. This
Oh.
is, here it is. Can you guys see?
Yep.
Yeah, there's
Shipping
ticket.
options. Okay, you see where shipping options is? Right there, it tells you how to set up Pirate Ship. The one right below says printer. That's what you're gonna buy there. The link below there, that's thank you notes. And the magenta poly mailers, that's the little bags. Print from the thermal printer. Stephanie was nice enough to set up every single step for you guys to get it linked. And then when you need label refills, there it is.
Show
Now,
them where the actual 1.5, 6.5, 5.5 is. Can you just go back and to
Yep.
the screen and then click
Yeah.
on that so they can see? Okay, this
Right
is very
there?
important. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
someone
so
was
right there's how you
asking.
set it up, guys. And you're only gonna pay $5 to $6 a box to get this shipped. Now, this is a great good thing, Steph, as you're saying for board. So if you guys have somebody that's interested, because you're all builders, in the opportunity, I put every week under Zoom training opportunities, there's Zooms here, and under Susan Cameron's meetings, I put Zooms. Now, what if they can't make it during those times? What you're gonna do is under business presentations on the left with the money. How are you gonna make the most money? You're gonna make the most money by coming in and building. So what you can do is Susan Frank's opportunity presentation right there. You're going to just send that to them and say, what time can you plan to watch this? I'm going to call you at 4:15 to follow up, whatever. And then you can talk to them about the business. Now, when they're ready to buy, okay, great, this is awesome. And you don't feel like you need backup in any way, go up to text scripts. And at the very bottom of text scripts, you guys see where it says bulk pricing options. You can send them this. So this is what we do. We're going to let somebody watch the presentation under business presentations, Susan F. opportunity presentations. And we're about to make a new one of these. So this will be updated a little bit, but hers works pretty freaking good. You're going to play the presentation and you see where it says ask for the close. So you're going to say at the end, I'm sending you the info for you to fill out and send back to me. If you want to work less for more money, start out at 30 boxes, which is top pay. If not, pick whatever works for you. And that's when you would send back in the text scripts, you would send the bulk packaging options, right? And you would also, when it says send me the information, you guys see under customer gets the drops on the right, brand partner sign up. You're going to sign them up. That's exactly what you need. Get on your computer and try to sign them up, because let's be real, this is a big investment for people. A lot of people, a lot of us are trauma therapists, emotional therapists. Like that's what we do for, in our other life. People are scared. Like I want somebody to hold my hand like I'm a little baby. And if Susan Frank would not have done that, called me 2 days after, been in my face, walk me through all this. I know we all think we want the videos and the automation and blah, blah, blah. People don't buy like that. Like we're all here together because we have created relationships with each other. And that's why people look for MLM, in my opinion. Not that we want to get bogged down with it. Send them a video or get them to a presentation. Send them the script, say to them, do you want to start at top pay, buy the 30 boxes? If not, decide what you want. Send them you need to sign them up and send them their options to buy. Okay. When they have a win, get them on, when Susan's saying use Pirate Ship for $4.50 to $6. When you have a win, get them on there to convert. Okay. Lastly, is there a lot of people here that want to start a TikTok station? Does anybody want to do TikTok? Molly's saying yes. Who else?
Yes.
Audrey already has.
Barb.
Stacy, are
Barb,
you going to do
yes.
TikTok?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
okay, guys, the whole thing
Susan,
with
before
Tik-
we shift gears, can I just, one thing in regards to this boards training? If we
Yeah.
can really stay on top of doing this with every person that we bring in, it's going to really, really be helpful for everyone, and it's going to grow your business a lot faster. And then they're also going to feel that ease with the duplication. So if we're just really moving so fast that we don't take the time to do this board stuff, that's where our group chat gets all bogged down and people feel lost and uncomfortable. And that's when everything falls apart in their like structure of feeling strong and supported. So really getting in there with the boards and really knowing and taking the time to do it yourself, and then training every single brand partner like that is really going to support the whole team in an amazing way. And your business is going to grow faster and stronger.
And I love that. Good point, Audrey, because we want to start doing twice a week boards training. Like if we could just train everybody on boards, right? Market partners on boards. Maybe we're looking at maybe Monday night and Thursday afternoon. And then what we're working to do is do like a weekly drop call for our customers. So for them to come in, feel supported in a community. And like what Audrey was saying, what we really need to be doing to like mirroring back to everybody. Have you looked in boards? And if their customer like, oh, they have acid reflux or oh, they're constipated, have you looked in Circle of Health? Now, this is at your own discretion. I do not funnel everybody into Circle of Health anymore, because if you have extreme autoimmune problems, Hashimoto's, things like that, you cannot get on there and eat dairy. In my personal opinion, maybe this is a limited belief, you cannot get on there and do dairy and your croutons twice a week that you want to cheat on. You're not going to lose any weight. And they're going to be like, these drops suck. Well, you know what I mean? Because they're not following the plan. Add them to Healthy You, Healthy Food. And as a team of leaders, we really need to strategize in making that group more robust, more helpful, more interactive. But like we got 2,000 people in there. We can build that, is kind of my personal opinion. Look at boards. Have you looked at boards? Have you looked in Circle of Health? Have you went to your upline? And if they've done those things, and we want this chat to be somewhere everybody can come and feel supported. But like Stephanie's, you guys are building teams. You don't want to keep answering the same freaking question 17 times. Look, Mary Ellen's like, yes. And thank you guys for those who are your hardcore like foundation or supporters. Thank you for what y'all are doing. Because sometimes I'll look at that chat and I'll see Audrey's answered 100 things. Stephanie's answered, Mary Ellen's answered. And everybody else I'm leaving off. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, wait, what does everybody need? So that's kind of, I have something I'm going to send in this leaders meeting. It's a 30-minute TikTok video. How you do TikTok. It's also got, I'm also going to give you my pillars of content, which are things like weight loss in your 40s and perimenopausal. So you would do foods that help with premenopause, supplements that help with it. What's your story? Cortisol, symptoms of high cortisol, symptoms of low cortisol, symptoms, ways to lower your cortisol, hormone balancing, signs your hormones are imbalanced. Yeah, and I need to put that, I need to actually add this TikTok strategy into boards. Dina has already started doing TikTok things for us in there, you guys, to start doing this. So why are we doing this? You need to do 1 to 3 videos a day, talking videos where it's like, hey, listen up. What's the 3 ways you know that your cortisol is imbalanced? Blah, blah, blah. 1 to 3 videos a day for 30 days should get you to 1,000 subscribers, which then we can put our link in so that people can actually buy. Okay. So I did pretty good. It's 11:30. It's 11:30.
Wait. The renew challenge, the 28 day.
So the renew challenge, who's got some feedback about that? Who wants to? Okay, I'm taking the renew. If you haven't started taking the renew, I recommend taking 1 or 2 a day and getting your other partner on this. Whoever, if you have a partner, rekindle some stuff in your own home. Some of you have some new relationships. You're at a different level than the rest of us. I know Roger and Stacy, but besides y'all, and even them, I tell you what, when I went to the Bahamas, I was meeting with women there. They were 60, 65 years old, you guys. And they were like, legit, am having toe curling orgasms. Like women's main comments are, I'm tired. I have no energy. I can't freak it. I'm too fat. I don't want anybody to see me naked, right? And I do not have the energy to go in there and do anything. And it's just this whole connection thing. So this, I think, is going to be a beautiful product. Now, what I don't want to do, I don't want to slow down the momentum of the drops. We have text scripts. We already have all the information. Now, you know, they're doing a 28-day challenge if everybody gets it by July 2nd. I feel like our team, does everybody here have Renew or have Renew on order? If you don't, we need to. So there's a 28-day challenge that we should all jump in July 2nd. Is everybody want to do that together? I almost feel like staff, let's like start it with us. Of course, you guys share it with your clients as you can. It retails at $150. And Susan, Frank, do you have anything to add to this? And
You're
get
doing
yourself
amazing.
some burn.
Yeah,
With-
Burn's amazing. It's like the beach drink.
Everybody got their burn. Cheers. I just ordered 4 cases of this stuff. I'm like, this is what I'm eating these days.
Me too. I love it.
Stephanie's like, no, I really have enjoyed it since our North Carolina trip. We just been chugging them. What do you have to add to this, Susan, about the Renew launch? We haven't got to talk about this much.
I know I need to study it a little bit more, but there is a special on Rejuvenex this month, and there was one, the Sugar Stop. There's a special on that. Will coming in July. So just those are 2 good products. Rejuvenex is energy and focus. If you have anybody with ADD, ADHD, it's incredible for that. If people are still feeling tired with the drops, it's great for that. Sugar Stop sugar absorption. So people take that so sugar isn't absorbed.
Is that even helpful for like eating fruit, like the sugar from fruit?
When I went to Raleigh with a training with Christine, like that was one of her favorite products was Sugar Stop. So
I'm going to check that out more because there's even some of us that have had such like extreme eating disorders, binge eating stuff that even fruit triggers us. Like I can binge on fruit or, you know, it's a lot different now, but like I need to eat 7 apples. It was just ridiculous. So I almost wonder if that wouldn't be beneficial. Anything else that you have to kind of guide them or interject in here, Susan, after what we've just kind of trained and talked around and about?
this is incredible. And like Susan said, going through boards, clicking on the stuff, like familiarizing yourself, everything in there is to help you build a business. And also the last week I've been on a mission trip. So I went to the grocery store, I got my berries and fruit. And I also took bags of my Pure Nourish with my shaker cup. I got unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and I took cases of Burn with me. So just always be prepared in everywhere you're going, because if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So just have a plan for your business, for your health, all across the board. And I mean, Susan and Barb and all these great leaders, Steph, I mean, y'all are incredible what you're doing. So I'm just so proud of you guys and the lives you're improving, health and financial wise.
Love it. Love it. And here on you guys, Team Unstoppable, Letty was amazing and went through here and did guides. If you go through here, literally it's got getting started with your business, exactly what to do. It has the IPA calls, social media training, how to use boards effectively, scripts, setting up your back office pay, here's compensation, product training, leader training. That is a great resource. And we probably need to train on that a little bit, you guys. And we just kind of like threw it together and we've not circled back. That's there. So everybody dig into that. But we are sitting down like, okay, that's all business stuff. We are excited. What we're about to create here, got chills all over my body, you guys. Like, this is going to be massive, massive, massive. So the people that went to North Carolina, our goal is that we're going to try to do a leaders training every 2 months. Whoever can come, whoever can, we're going to try to find places that can accommodate us. So if you have a big, beautiful home or you have an Airbnb right next door and you want to host a training, because the synergy and the creation that happens whenever we are together like this and working together, like, and freaking doing it's incredible. Does anybody want to speak to that for like a couple of minutes? What took place? What change shifted in your business? Maybe it's even Jennifer. And then Jennifer, we can lead into, let's do Jennifer. Barb is incredible. Barb had this whole vision downloaded.
Susan, we just
Yeah.
have 20 minutes left though, before we max out at the hour, so.
That's
just
all
so-
we're doing. She's going to tell us for 2 minutes and then we're going to start clearing beliefs.
Okay.
But
Okay.
thanks for being the timekeeper,
Okay.
my friend. She like, we're going to do it. And I know we'll get all excited. So Barb had this beautiful vision, you guys, of us all in this beautiful healing space, doing retreats, having this beautiful cove of energetic practitioners, it being this like campus for partner.co training, healing, all of this beautiful stuff. So I don't know, we bought 18 acres in North Carolina. It might be the right property, it might not, but this is coming, like massive, massive things for this team is coming. And everybody started putting it on their vision boards and digging into their why and things like that. So if you've ever had like a really burning desire to do retreats, send your energy into this group. Okay. Like if this is really what you want to create, like this is coming with animals, with horses, with water, beautiful, beautiful stuff. We're not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but okay, Jennifer, we're going to let you, can I turn it over to you as far as what you experienced a little bit, do a couple minutes, and then let's start working through beliefs. If you have a major belief that you feel like blocks your business, Kim said, I'm getting goosebumps. Girl, it is going to be crazy. Like I'm going to North Carolina with Susan Frank. I was trying to rent a house this week to get me back there so we can start developing this. Like it's going to be incredible. All right, Jennifer, I'm going to be quiet and let you share.
So my experience was we had to move mountains to get me to North Carolina. I had to be able to trade my car in because my car was like getting to the point that it wouldn't start. It was like some kind of electrical issue. So I literally had to buy a new car to get there. I mean, then when we got there were so many crazy things that happened, and just if I never ever sell another box of drops, it's like I told a lot of people, I was like, the whole event was life changing. So, and I'm a person that has a lot of social anxiety because I work from home, so I'm not around a lot of people. And our house is full, so you never really have to leave anyway. We've got 5 kids, but if they ever offer it, just know that if you feel like you're completely blocked, maybe financially, maybe your auto, maybe your PTO, whatever it is, when you plant the seed that you're going to go, God is going to literally move those mountains to get you where you need to be. It was literally life changing. So are you ready to jump into what came up in our belief?
Yeah. Hey, hold on. Let's just ask, is there anyone here that does not give permission to clear for you? If this doesn't resonate, love you, but hop off because we are going to do this. This is what this.
Or you can stay on. You can stay on if you want to. Because a lot of people don't understand this. Because let me put this little caveat in here. I've already started this session. Yeah, so I've already started the session. I started it before so I can move through it quickly. So I always ask if it is safe and okay for me to be a surrogate for somebody, and if it's okay for them to receive the surrogacy from me. So with that being said, if your subconscious mind, because I don't know who is in this group, I just called it the leadership group. So if your subconscious, super subconscious was not cool with this, no worries. You can listen and learn because you're not into it. If it resonates with you, then you're probably was pulled into this clearing. So Susan and I jumped on and made a list of what beliefs that we wanted to kind of bound into this session. And I'm reading a report. So if y'all see me looking down, I'm reading. So we covered income caps, bringing in brand partners as ultimate, being prepared to grow a team of 500, resonating with having 12 people on your team that hit chairperson 4, people that may have family that's not supporting your journey, prosperity and generational blocks, managing a team, and any beliefs that your higher self calls in. So the belief system that came up today for us, because this is just as a collective for the leadership team, was called a split system, which means you have your soil, you have the roots, you had 2 tree trunks and 2 sets of limbs and leaves. So our first negative program is I cannot hear what is right. So we are going to release that, and we are replacing it with I listen and seek the truth. The next negative program was I'll never have enough. We released that and replaced that with I can have enough for my needs. The next one was I am poor. We released that and replaced it with my life is abundant. The next one was I don't have abundance. We released that and replaced it with I appreciate abundance. The limited beliefs that came associated to those programs was I'm dissatisfied with my quality of life. We released that and replaced that with my attitude determines how I feel, not my circumstances. We released I'm afraid of I'm afraid of pain. We released that with I am brave. We released I am a bad person and replaced it with I am a good person. The next tree trunk for the negative programs too was I can't get to the point. We released that and replaced that with I make powerful points. The next one was I'm not allowed to set boundaries. We released that and replaced that with I confidently express my boundaries. The next was I don't trust that God won't let me have it. We released that and replaced that with I trust in God's wisdom for my life. The last one for that program was I need to have more than others or I feel worthless. We released that and replaced that with I have infinite worth. The limiting beliefs associated to that tree trunk was it's my way, my way is the only way. We released that and replaced that with others have different ways of doing things. The next one was I can't improve. We released that and replaced that with I improve as I learn and practice. The next one was I am not allowed to participate. We released that and replaced that with I appreciate the rules that serve me. The underlying faulty core belief in this which is essentially the root system in this belief system, is one of divine purpose of I can't do anything. We released that and replaced that with I can fulfill my purpose. The faulty core identity, which is essentially that the soul that this whole belief was built into was on the basis of divine and God, and that is God expects me to be perfect. We released that and replaced that with I am complete with God's help. Y'all, I'm getting chills all over me. Then I like to throw in some affirmations. Yeah, so I like to throw in affirmations, and I did I'm confident with who I am. I reject all subconscious needs to limit myself. I welcome healthy social interactions. I added the positive reinforcements of increased self-worth, increased self-esteem, increased encouragement. And then another encouragement that I added was the encouraged ability to seek out our accomplishments. Now, this one, guys, may seem a little woo-woo, but I like to close out all of my sessions that I do in person or, over with my actual clients. So again, I'm very spiritual and Christian based. So if this offends anybody, I apologize, but this is how I do my sessions. So I close those out with Christ, the creator of all that is. I'm commanding the release of any and all resistance to today's healing. Commanding all known or hidden emotions, beliefs, trauma, or secondary gains associated to these energies in today's session focus to be released. Commanding all known or hidden spiritual intrusions, dark energies, entities, possessions, demons, legions, evil spirits, artificial implants, psychic attacks, soul suckers that may have been holding these energies in place, attached to today's session focus, attached to this leadership group, or to our home, property, family, or pets, or that may be sipping from our vital life force to leave the presence of this leadership group and be rebuked in the name of the authority of Jesus Christ, disentangled, disengaged, positively polarized, reset to the highest frequency, and released on all levels and dimensions, and then sent into the light of Christ. I'm commanding a minimum of 200 feet and permanent barriers away from this leadership group and our home, property, families, and pets. I'm commanding any known or hidden anchors, hooks, tentacles, contracts, soul missions, promises, agreements, oaths, vows, swearings, obligations, pacts, programs, cords, chains, weights, saboteurs, knives, daggers, and any other energetic weapons that may have been holding these in place, attached to today's session focus, attached to this leadership group, or to our homes, property, families, or pets, to be individually cut from their insertion point, uncreated, dissolved, nullified, void, deleted, released on all levels and dimensions, and then sent into the light of Christ. And commanding the permanent closure on all levels, layers, and dimensions to any known hidden portals, doorways, gateways, access ways, windows, wormholes, black holes, vortexes, that this is allowing in lower dimensional energy or entities tied to these energies attached to today's session focus, to this leadership group, or to the home, property, family, and pets. dissolving, dismantling, disengaging, and folding in all loopholes, escape holes, eternity loops, time loops, fractals, generators that keep any of the above programs or program running on any timeline or through any time and space, preventing all of the above from reopening, multiplying, or regenerating, as all known or hidden emotions, beliefs, secondary gains, traumas tied to these have been properly released and balanced and sent into the light of Christ. Commanding the affected 2-strand DNA helix with the divine 8-cell blueprint of your body to be recoded and released, replaced, and or balanced. Commanding the ends of these 2 DNA strands to be capped with telomere to permanently hold all these changes in place and applied to the 5 pairs of the etheric DNA that make up the 12 strands DNA, and then take that into each cell of your body. Resetting and realigning and reconnecting any area of the leadership groups, bodies, meridians, chakras, auras, center column, torus fields, or higher dimensions that these energies were impacting, and then bringing back and reconnecting all soul fragments to make this leadership group whole again. Restoring and refilling our vital life force, replacing and releasing energy with the light of Christ, sealing our energy fields, and teaching this leadership group that it's safe to heal now that all of these energies have been appropriately released, canceled, recoded, resolved on the history level, cleansed, cleared, recoded, and released on the core genetic, cellular, DNA, and soul level, and then sent into the light of Christ and replaced with the Creator's correct energy, inserted at the point of origin and with all areas of our mind, body, spirit, and soul. So me, thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Beautiful, beautiful. Everybody take your hands and shake this energy out of your body. Like everybody put a beautiful light, white light around you so that it can just shake this out, because that was a lot. That was beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Flick it out, flick it out, flick it out. So when I was muscle testing as she was talking, this whole group resonated with making an extra 12 to 13,000 a year with this business. And right now, whoever can enter muscle tests, we now resonate with making $208,000 a year as a collective group with this. So that does bring me to a quick thing. When people are like, why am I not ranking up? Why am I not ranking up? Everybody go to My Money, My Volume. You're going to see that. You may have one line that's really, really high up, and you're going to see another line that's lower. So when we bring in people, me and Steph was talking about this a little bit this morning, and people are like, I want my paycheck bigger. I want commas in my paycheck. The way that you're going to do that, and now that you have the belief you can do it, now that all this crap's been cleared so that you believe you can do it, your goals are not going to be to sign people up for $29.95 and just start them with a 4-pack. It's those 10 packs and the volume that comes in to build your business and add the brand partners. Is there anybody here that feels like they still have fears around adding brand partners? Like, we've got 10 minutes to openly talk. You can put it in the chat. Is there anything else residual that we feel like we need to energetically clear?
I do have something, Susan, if I could.
Oh, perfect.
For me, what's been really interesting, because I've been self-employed for 17 years, and I think those of us who have been doing this stuff for longer, whether it's in MLM or otherwise, I think there's a lot of parts of me, and it feels so much lighter now, but it might resonate with somebody else, and maybe we could even get more, is when we're part of an organization on this level, losing part of our own personal identity has been coming up for me, which was really deep underneath a lot of things, and I did not expect that to be a thing, and I'm working with it. So I'm not sure, like, if anybody else resonates with that, but it's been really helpful for me to acknowledge that. And Susan and I started working with it yesterday, acknowledging it, clearing around it. And I've sent about 35 different business-based messages out on social media today. So,
Go girl.
If
Audrey,
anybody has
I
any
like-
input on that, I'd really appreciate it.
Anybody
I
want
like
to give her
thinking of it
input?
both and, yeah, both and, right? So as you are some expansive, whatever your umbrella or core is, God, Goddess, all that is, Jesus, whatever. So it's both and. So whatever piece is like your identity. And I know it takes a leap of faith, right? Because it's terrifying, because we spent so much time building up and our ego is tied to it and our identity. But I like for people, if they can expand, it's both and. That's what I say. It's driving my family crazy. Both and, both and, both and. They're like, ugh. both and would be my input.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, and it also, I think,
I
kind of
don't-
ties
Oh.
back to we were talking about last night a little bit. Like, do you really want wealth? Like, do you want extreme wealth here? Because if you really have a block to thinking you're worthy of it, or you're going to accept it, or, oh my God, it comes with so much responsibility, right? There can be so many beliefs around that, you know what I mean? I think that there is a little bit of that too. So maybe it is, I think it also ties back to what is your why? Why do you really want to do this? Why? And that why has got to bring you to tears. So if it's like, oh, I want to be healthy, and oh, I want to make $200,000 a year. Well, that doesn't make you emotionally moved. Like, okay, you want to help people. Well, you can help people by carrying a bag of groceries, you know, from somebody's car at the grocery store. I mean, there's a lot of ways to help people. So yeah, I think we just keep kind of working on that. I love that, Steph, and it's this.
Yeah.
And it's not
I
either
think,
or, black and white.
I think that that it's not necessarily you're worried about it taking maybe you do feel like it's taking your personal identity, but I do feel like it's more of an uncomfortableness that we need to get past, is what I feel like, because that's kind of how I mean, I do it, but I know at the beginning I didn't want to do it, you know.
So
Like,
I think,
well,
do you think it's also like, Jennifer, do you think that's true, Amber? Jennifer, do you think it's also like more around the visibility, like not feeling safe to be visible, not to be seen in a certain light? Like, what's coming up for you around this to clear?
I would say absolutely to that, because that was something that was personal for me. I've hid behind being an energy healer half my life because, you know, my day job is an underwriter at a mortgage company. So I didn't want my peers thinking I was, you know, doing something of Satan when I'm very much a woman of God. So, I mean, I think anything, or you're afraid that all these posts are going to annoy your people. So I think that comes from lots of different directions, that limitation of what others are going to think and being visible.
And I feel like fear is nothing more than false evidence appearing real. So it's not even a real thing. It's just people are scared of different. And it's amazing the lives that you can impact if you'll just step forward and really, I mean, you can change people's finances and health here. And it's the most rewarding work you could ever do. And not just for this country, but I mean, we're in 62 countries. So it just gets so much bigger than we can even see right now.
False evidence of what, Susan?
False evidence appearing real, or other people say,
Oh, right.
F everything and run. Whichever one. Yeah. All right. So we're just going to clear those beliefs, all that coming forward. Yeah.
This is Cheryl. I just wanted to say, because, you know, I'm the oldest broad in this group. And I just wanted to say that what I have experienced in my life is that when you step outside of your comfort zone and you do things that with people, connections with people, there is such, and you do it with the right heart, you know, that you really want to get to know that person, that you really want to help that person, that you really just want to spread some joy with that person. Those kinds of things, that kind of karma just comes back to you over and over and over. And meeting all of you now continues to contribute to my life experience. And I think that's the most important thing that's ever happened to me working with any group of any type, is just opening yourself up to the possibilities of great relationships.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. Because so many, we were standing in Susan Frank's living room And whenever they were talking about the naysayers, right, we all think like, oh, it's going to be my friends and family that support me and help build the business. So many of us was like, oh my goodness, none of these, we don't know any of the, we did not know each other. Like none of us really hardly knew each other before this. And to bring that together in such a beautiful, right, beautiful energy that now we're all developing these great relationships with each other. And, you know, we're brand new babies. Like we literally, this team under me started March 8th. Like that's crazy, March 8th.
And you don't have to be abroad.
And you don't have, that's right. And Chad, get on here for 1 second, Chad.
Huh?
I'm like, get on here for 1 second, Chad. So we've got this couple, you guys, Dina, and you guys are like on fire with all these quantum healing beds and theta beds and all the technology. But Dina came in under Kevin, who's a naturopathic doctor, who came under Marla, who came under Stephanie originally. So just beautiful flow down. But Chad is a neurosurgeon, and his wife Dina is a nurse practitioner. So Chad just stepped away from being a neurosurgeon, and he's going full time with us, you guys. And he was just with us this past weekend. So anything you want to share, Chad? And he is the dude. He is the dude.
There we go. I'll take it. It was just what Cheryl said. I've not known that kind of energy, so I'm drawn to it. Not poor Chad. I felt good because I was surrounded by a bunch of high energy and kind women, so it was not a bad weekend. But I just can't say enough about it. Continues to surprise me, and I would say yesterday I was saying I felt the dip of being back a little bit just because it was so much. But it feels like it's building back. Grateful to be a part of you all. Grateful to be doing this. So, but yeah, stepping away from it. Just couldn't do the other thing anymore for lots of reasons, and this just came, and like I almost wasn't gonna. The old me wouldn't have been with Dina on that weekend, so it was just the divine timing. And I mean, I saw stuff that I've never seen. So.
What was some of the stuff that you saw that you've never seen, Chad?
Oh, I mean, just like I'm going to talk about the bedroom upstairs with the energy healing. You opened some lanes for me, gave me some tools, Jennifer and Letty especially, and also Susan. And I think that, I'll let you know in September when I'm skinnier and more well-rounded in my expression of these things.
Yeah. And I do think in September, thanks so much, Chad. In September, you guys, everybody's going to get recognized. And so our goal is for all of you guys on this call to at least hit officer. I feel like you guys can do way better than officer. But don't you think, Susan, Frank, that's a good goal for everybody to get to officer? And if you've met officer and senior officer, set more ranks above that. Like, where do you want to be by September?
I feel like that should be the minimum goal.
Me too. I'm like, this is not acceptable. The energy feels not too good to me. It's way elevated. So everybody look at your chart for senior officer and president, what you need to get.
There we go.
Officer 6667 on 2 lines. This is the last thing I'm going to show you, and then we're going to get off of here. Senior officers 13334, 2 lines optimized. I like it, Amber. Absolutely, chairperson. President is 20,000. CEO is 26 something. Chairperson 1 is 40,000. The next person, I love it, Steph, is chairperson 2. I think that's around 56,000. Final last thing, when you're like, what are you talking about? How are we going to get that? It's called Training 6 Figures, and there's a video to go with it. Watch this and share this with your downline. At least you guys be the core people sharing this. So let me just share my screen, and then we will be wrapped up. We'll wrap up in prayer, and we will hit it. Okay, under boards, you guys, under new rep training, you see 4th thing on the left, training 6 figures. You can read through this document. And so it tells you basically when we're talking about senior officer, this is basically 1334. You see where it says step 4, 13,334 and 13,334. You're going to start building out that line 1 under there when we keep saying line 1, bottom income position 1, because the people that come in that you recruit, they're going to start building out that line too. Okay. So basically that's equivalent to 27 10 packs in both lines. That's why we always kind of bring this back to 10 packs, 10 packs, 10 packs. Right here, right beside of this training, 6-figure.
Oh, and I'm going to.
Okay. This is the video to go with it. So your homework takeaway, all you people who love homework and who doesn't love homework, is to watch this video and read this PDF. And just after you do it in the group, in this leadership group, comment, I've done it. If you were amazing and added us and you joined this group today, but you're not in this group thread message, please put in the chat right here that you're not in there so that we can make sure to add you, okay? So that you have this information. And you guys, I appreciate everybody showing up here on Saturday morning to spend this time. Is there anything else that we have? If not, I'll close this in prayer. Thank you, Walia. All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see if Stephanie, 34 participants. Great. She's got my list so I can make sure you're on here. Does anybody else want to pray instead of me? Anybody else want to pray? No? Oh, we got some praying people. Barb, you want to pray? Or you want me to pray? I'm feeling like somebody else is supposed to pray.
I'll pray.
Perfect. Close this out, babe.
Dear Father God, we're all the children that you created. And we're so grateful that you're bringing us on this journey together, that you brought us together to do greater things. We're so grateful for this healing that we're receiving so that we can cleanse the residual harm that and the stories that we have gone through to get here. Now we are carrying that torch together collectively to go out and turn people's lights on collectively. We're so grateful for everything that you show us, everything that you reveal to us, and everything that you will allow us to see as we step into the fullest and highest self to then go and share this beautiful mission, this beautiful healing opportunity mission, to just turn people's lights on, to be closer to you, to step into their gifts. And it's just going to go hand in hand, turning lights on, turning and centering towards you, Godfather. Thank you so much. I pray for everyone's day. I pray for abundance. I pray for joy, abundance of happiness, peace, prosperity. Thank you, Father God. I give you all the glory. And through us, we are your caregivers. You are the cure giver, and we are the conduit for your love to everyone else. Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. I love each one of you so much, and I'm so grateful, and I'm not going to cry because you're each so special to me and just so special to each other. So have a beautiful day, a beautiful week. We'll do this, and what I'm planning to do is every other Saturday at 11 is going to be leadership, and every other Saturday is going to be an entire team meeting, okay, to kind of do some of what we did today. Sound good?
Yes. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you.
go blow it up this week.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Great week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jennifer. You're amazing.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, Robin.
Bye.
Bye.
I can't find the exit button, the leave button. Where the heck did it go?
All right, I'm going to close this out. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.